I'm walking 100 kilometers of the Camino de Santiago next week, and this is everything that I'm packing in one backpack. I'll be walking along the Portuguese Coastal Route starting in Porto, and the weather is a little bit changeable. I fly out tomorrow, so this is my official packing. And I'm hoping for slightly less than last year's solo Camino, which did come in at just under 10% my body weight at 6.5 kilos. So I'm gonna go through everything that I'm packing and talk about what I'm not bringing from last time, what I've learned from that Camino, as well as all of the long distance walking I've done in the meantime. So let's dive in. Starting with the backpack, I suppose. So this is the same backpack that I used last time. It is a 30-liter backpack from Decathlon. I just added my little Portuguese Camino de Santiago patch earlier today that I actually got from a woman on the route last year, which is really cute. And yeah, this is just my go-to day bag for hiking and the likes of Camino walking. It is probably a little bit more space than I need. I think I could do with a slightly smaller backpack, but it's what I have, so it's what I'm going to use again. And I suppose we can just work our way through everything that's on this table. So here I have a cooler cloth. This is one of the new things I'm bringing this time because this is new to me. I've wanted one for a long time and finally got it. And it just means that I don't need to carry toilet paper. If I do need to do a bit of a wild wee anywhere along the route, I only needed to do that once the last time on the Camino because there's so many cafes and places you can stop along the way. But it's just something that I bring as a just in case. No harm in having it with me. And this little bag lives in my backpack. And what's in here are some tea bags, some little sachets of sugar, my little like camp cutlery set, and a backup protein bar, which is very melted and molded in here for how long I've been carrying it in the backpack. But I don't eat it unless it's like the only thing I have with me. So it's like my real backup. Oh, and in this bag, I forgot, I also have compostable bin bags that I bring everywhere with me as well if I have rubbish that I need to pack out with me. And what I just found in the bag is this one little lollipop that I actually got on the Camino last time from the very first cafe that I stopped in for lunch. The man gave me like a whole handful of lollipops and they've just lived in this backpack and I've had them every so often. It's a whole year later almost at this stage, and this is the last one there's a bit of a straggler in there. So I'm going to bring that with me and enjoy that somewhere along the route again this time. As I go through, I'm going to talk about things I'm not bringing with me this time, new things I'm bringing with me that I didn't have last time, things I am doing a little bit differently, and then also there's some things that I loved that are my favorites that I'm doing the exact same way. Something I'm doing a little bit differently is I'm bringing a water bottle instead of a water bladder. And that is really just because of the different circumstances this time. I'm walking with my partner, which means the plan is essentially to have our water bottles in each other's backpacks. I definitely saw this in someone else's video before, but I can't remember who, and I only remembered it recently. But the reason I often prefer a water bladder is the convenience of just being able to drink it without having to take off my backpack, get my water bottle, drink, put it back, that whole thing. But when you have your water bottle in someone else's bag that you can just grab really easily, that's not an issue. And there are tons of places along the route to constantly be topping up a 1 litre water bottle, so you don't need anything bigger than that really. And this is just a pretty lightweight one that will also keep my water a little bit cool inside. There's some couple miscellaneous bits and pieces here. So I bring a pen to write dates on my pilgrim passport if I need to. Snack-wise, all I'm bringing this time is these 2 protein bars because they're just what I happen to have at home in the house. I'm not bringing anything else because I know that I'll be able to pick up things quite easily along the way. Something new this time is a deck of cards. This is something I wish I would have had last time because it's great to kind of entertain yourselves and stay off of screens, which is nice. Especially last time because I was staying in hostels. I ended up playing cards a few times with other people who had brought their own deck of cards. So I'm bringing one this time. Of course, I'm bringing my shell. So I don't need to buy a new shell this time. I'm going to reuse the one that I picked up last time. So I'm going to add that back onto my bag. Where did I have it last time? I don't remember. In here maybe? Sugar. Good thing they're nice and durable. Come on, go in there. Maybe go that way. I definitely don't know knots, so I'm gonna tie lots. There we go. So I'll have my cooler cloth and my shell hanging off my bag. I also then bring a bum bag. So this is something that I've done on like all of my longer walks and hikes ever since the Camino last year, because it's just so handy having a couple things like really conveniently right here on me. So I'll have this is like acting as my wallet. I'll have my card and any cash in there. Then I have my pilgrim passport, which I'm doing differently this time because I actually picked up one from the Camino Society Ireland. And inside that means that I have my first stamps from Camino Society Ireland and St. James's Church in Dublin before we make it to Portugal and start adding to it. I have my actual passport for travel, and then I'll also keep things like my phone, maybe my little earphones, lip balm, that kind of thing in here, and that will be strapped to me, and also possibly my camera. So electronics is next. I am filming right now on my Osmo Pocket 3, which is what I'll bring with me to vlog. I'll also have the microphone. This is the little protective case. I'll have a spare SD card, a portable power bank, and charging leads. That's kind of the only thing I don't have here right now is like my phone charger and my universal travel adapter, because they're being used in my bedroom right now, but I'll add them to it as well. Footwear. So exactly the same as last time, my Teva sandals for the likes of in the evening time, or if I do need to take a break from the shoes that I'll be walking in. And what I've decided to walk in this time is slightly different. These are a pair of trail shoes from Colombia that I got late last year, and they have become my everyday walking shoe. So they're super well broken in. I know that they're really comfortable. I walked the Boyne Valley Camino in these earlier this year and didn't get a blister at all, whereas other shoes that I have been causing me a bit more issues when it comes to blisters. So these are lightweight and breathable, because I do think that the mistake I made last time was wearing waterproof shoes when I didn't need it. And then it was so hot on my day one, it was 36 degrees Celsius. My feet sweat a lot on day one, which kind of sped up the process of getting blisters. I think my blisters wouldn't have been as bad if it hadn't been for that heat and how much sweating my feet did. So these will be more breathable and hopefully fewer blisters this time. We'll see. That's the plan. Then for my clothing and what I'm walking in, overall, I'm bringing less clothes this time than last time, because I overpacked just a little bit out of like fear of not having enough, whereas I'm kind of bringing it back to basics this time. So I'm going with, I think I'm bringing 4 pairs of underwear is what I've decided on, which is maybe 1 more pair than I brought last time, but they're so light. I don't think it's not making much of a difference. 1 sports bra, and then I'm only doing 2 pairs of socks this time. These are a brand new pair of socks to me, the pair of Darren Tough, and I picked these up specifically because I have a pair of Darren Tough socks that I've been hiking in throughout winter that I absolutely love, but they were a heavier, much warmer version. And in the last couple of weeks, when it's slightly warmer out, again, my feet were sweating a bit too much in them. So I wanted these lighter weight options. So the plan this time is to have these be my primary socks. I'm pretty sure I'll get away with walking in these for 2 days straight, no problem, because they are wool. Then I can wash and hopefully it'll dry overnight and I can wear them again. But if not, I'm bringing my other cheaper, more basic pair of hiking socks from Decathlon. These have served me really well. This is what I walked in last year, and I do also really like these socks. So that's the underwear. And then what I'm going to walk in. So the same as last time, I'm bringing this t-shirt from Craghoppers. It has UV protection in it. It has anti-odor, which is lovely. And this skirt from Decathlon, because it's just kind of my favorite thing, and it's actually going to be warm and sunny, so I want to have my nice summer outfit options. So that'll be one outfit if I feel like wearing a t-shirt. Otherwise, what I now also have is a long sleeve top from Craghoppers as well. So it also still has the anti-odor and the sun protection, but this one also has Nosy Life, which is Craghoppers' anti-bug bite technology, but that's not the right word, but it's built into the fabric. So if you watched my vlogs last year, you'll see how much the bugs had a feast on me. So I am taking that into consideration this time, and I'm going to pay more attention to preventing bug bites. It's a slightly different time of year. It might not be as much of an issue, but still. So with that, I'm also bringing a full-length trouser this time, also with Nosy Life built in. So these are also from Craghoppers, but they are zip off, so I can turn them into shorts if it is too warm. So that's my second outfit, that's sort of longer layers. And then I also have a raincoat. Again, it's a just in case. There's a little bit of rain in the forecast, so it may get us at some point. But honestly, I would just bring a raincoat for anything like this, regardless, because I don't want to be caught out in the rain. Then the rest of the clothes that I have this fleece for a bit of a warm layer if I need it, even if it's in the evenings, if I'm getting a bit chilly. This is the exact same fleece that I brought last year as well. I am bringing a bikini. I brought this bikini last year and didn't use it, but we're fully along the coast this time, so I am determined to actually use it and get in for a swim at some point. And then my evening and sleeping wear are just 2 tank tops and a pair of shorts. So that's all of my clothing. And then when it's all packed into my bag, I will be using a selection of dry bags. And this is just my favorite way to pack for anything, is having everything in its own individual dry bags. It's just, the organization is so much easier when you're unpacking and repacking every single day. Accessories. I have a pair of sunglasses and a cap for sun protection. And then I also have this buff, which is new to me, and it says follow the Camino on it, which I just think will be cute. That is like a business name. I got this as a bit of merch at a Camino talk that I went to, but I just think it's fun that it says Camino and has a yellow arrow on it for actually walking on the Camino. And then lastly, we have this orange dry bag here with everything on it, which is my toiletries and sort of first aid stuff. So quick fire, this is what we have: shampoo, deodorant, sun cream, bug spray, face wash, toothbrush, toothpaste, nail clippers, tweezers, hairbrush, hand sanitizer, bug cream for if I do get bitten. This is a new thing to me. It is like a essential oil roll-on. So I actually brought a little vial of essential oil last time, whereas I'm bringing this time instead. Picked this up in Indonesia last year. I picked up a few of them because you can't get them in Ireland, but they're really nice. They're great for like if you have a headache. I get travel sick. It's nice, but it also just smells really nice because it smells like lavender. So I'm bringing that. This is new also, zinc oxide tape. I was recommended this for my last Camino and just didn't end up getting it in time. But this is to apply to your feet when you get a hot spot before the blister actually develops, and it can help prevent the blister getting any worse. I have an ankle strap in case I roll an ankle, a little face cloth, and then in this last little bag there's some medications, a nail file, some hair bobbins, and some paper clips. And the medications are paracetamol, antihistamines, Motilium, Imodium, that kind of thing. And they'll all go into this bag. Here we go. Okay, let me pop all of these into here. The handy thing is now with Dublin Airport, you no longer have to separate your liquids, so I don't have to separate any of this for traveling there, which is really convenient. Okay. Did I forget anything? To recap on the differences from last time, what I learned from last time. So the brand new things that I'm bringing: deck of cards for entertainment in the evenings, cooler cloth for any wild wheeze that I need, and that essential oil roller. The things I'm doing differently: the water bottle instead of a water bladder, more lightweight breathable shoes as a new tactic to help prevent blisters, as well as the zinc oxide tape for if I get that hot spot feeling before the blister actually develops. Fewer snacks because I just, having done a Camino before now, I know that there's tons of opportunity to pick up stuff as you're walking. And then the fact that I already have my shell and my pilgrim passport, so I don't need to buy them when I get there on day one. So the main things that I'm not bringing come down to the fact that I'm doing a different style of Camino this time, pretty much. Last time I was solo and I was staying in the public albergues and hostels along the way. This time I'm walking with my partner and we have booked accommodation for the whole route. So we have private room accommodation, so that changes a few things. It means I don't have to bring an eye mask and earplugs because there's no noisy dorm mates, no snoring. I don't have to bring a sleeping bag liner, which I did last time, and I also brought a pillowcase last time, so I don't need those. I'm also not bringing a towel because the accommodation will provide towels. In general, I'm bringing less clothing because I realized I didn't need everything that I had with me last time, and I'm also not bringing any makeup. I think I only brought very, very minimal makeup last time anyway. I was pretty sure I wouldn't feel like I want or need to wear makeup, but this time I know I definitely won't, so there's no point in even bringing it. And then, as I mentioned, my favorite things, and what I'm doing exactly the same, is having the bum bag with my backpack for easy access items. Also having dry bags and little Ziploc bags to keep everything organized and also waterproof within my backpack in case we do get rained on. The UV protective clothing, so much handier than having to reapply sun cream to like other parts of your body multiple times a day when you're out in the sun walking all day long. So it's my go-to now for any time I'm in hotter, warmer environments. And that is pretty much it. So I'm going to pack it all up and put it in the bag and weigh it and see what weight we come out with. Okie dokie. So I've got, this is just my outfit for traveling there. They're kind of clean, sure. And then I've got my backpack. Not very efficiently packed, I wouldn't say. I've kind of just thrown everything in for now, but it should do the job. And my bum bag. So let's just pop you in here so that you're included in the weight for the time being. So this will be on my base weight, no water. And it's also missing just like the camera and my phone charger. Speaking of, I'll obviously have my phone and my watch, Garmin Forerunner 55, I think is what it is. So I'm going to use that for tracking. And okay, let's weigh it. So I'll just weigh myself and then subtract. I got an A1 in my Leaving Cert Maths, and I can't even do this very quick subtraction in my head. 5.15. Nice. So we shaved like 1.4 kilos off last year's weight. I'm pretty happy with that. And I also feel like I haven't actually sacrificed any comfort. The only things I've taken out of it are the things I realize I actually don't need. So yeah, I think that's a win. Obviously still not considered an ultralight weight, I wouldn't say, but I was happy enough with the weight of my backpack last time. Didn't affect me. This is even lighter, so I'll be flying. If you're watching this because you're preparing for your own Camino, I hope it was a little bit helpful. I know that watching everyone else's packing videos really helps me, especially anyone who can come back and sort of learn based off what they did previously. So hopefully some of those tips are helpful. I am going to film daily vlogs from it this time, so there'll be tons of Camino content coming. It should give you a really good in-depth look at what this portion of the Portuguese coastal route kind of involves. So make sure you're subscribed so that you see those videos coming out next. And in the meantime, if you haven't seen them, you can catch up on my solo Camino that I did last year. I will link the playlist for those videos here. Buen Camino. I hope you have a joyful week, and I'll catch you in the next adventure.